Thank everybody for watching Crypto Revolution. We talk about everything crypto almost daily, jumping right into the market. Today in crypto, Bitcoin bulls showed up, put a nice little bounce in, but a bounce is a lot different than a reversal. So we talked about this bearish retest idea yesterday. We got the death cross, and we talked about a rejection of this level would be a bad sign for the bulls, ultimately losing 25,000, which has been an important level in the past where the buyers push this price a lot higher middle of June. We go back to the weekly chart, you still have a lower low here. Two thoughts here. You've got a low and then a possible higher low, which is possible bullish divergence. I really want to see a candle close up in this area would give better confirmation of it, right? You don't want to see this thing just get back and rejected and head back down here for 25,000, right? Because how support works is if you go look at the order books right now, you'd see all the buyers are stacked right here, right? So every time you come down and like test that level, there's less and less buyers. So, I mean, Bitcoin could just work in this range sideways and bore us for a little bit longer. But, you know, things change on a break and hold of about 26,400. Okay. But until that happens, you're just basically back testing this previous support as resistance. We really want to see what the daily candle closes, which happens in a few hours. But so this is the total two. We talked about it yesterday. You had possible breakdown of the support. Again, same thing, same bounce, altcoins following Bitcoin. And they've regained the $500 billion level. A lot of these altcoin charts, I mean, they look pretty rough. I mean, they look like they were setting up for 30% downside at least. So, I mean, you lose this level and you come down here to 20,000. I mean, there's going to be a bunch of bids down there. I've got a ton of shout outs to give in my leverage trading group where we continue to kill it. I've extended. If you go to cryptorev.net, and I wish I could make this market just go up only. It's coming, right? It's coming. But for right now, we've got to be able to trade the market both ways. That's just where the money's at, period. Right? We're nailing banger after banger, triple digit bangers every day, right? It's crazy. 595%, 403%, 360%. Like, it's insane the amount of money that can be made with a little multiple behind it and some knowledge. Screen shares where it's follow the leader, constant updates, the charts get posted to trade, and then it's just like update, move your stop loss here, take profits here, like everything's laid out. Leverage 100 for $100 off 6 months, leverage 200 for $200 off for 13 months. All right, Franklin Templeton Digital Holdings Trust. Franklin Templeton, they have about $1.5 trillion worth of assets under management. Though they filed for a Bitcoin spot ETF. Hashdex has filed for a spot Ethereum ETF. This joins ARK Invest, 21 shares, and Van Eck. Possibly could be approved in the future. I mean, it's just a matter of when, right? I feel like the SEC is running out of reasons to say no. Banking powerhouse HSBC working with crypto custody firm Fireblocks. They specialize in cryptocurrency safekeeping. You have all these institutions right here that have filed for Bitcoin spot ETFs. You got $17.7 trillion in assets under management collectively right here. Give Bitcoin a spot ETF and watch Bitcoin act like an altcoin and just mission. However, we're going to talk about Gensler, and the guy's wishy-washy at best, and he's definitely made some negative comments about the altcoins being securities in this market. And so you had CoinEx. This is the address that drained CoinEx's. It's an exchange. They're hot wallets. Again, hot wallets exchanges use because, you know, people are moving money around and whatnot. So these have to exist where most of the exchanges are going to keep a bulk of the crypto in offline cold storage, right? So $27.8 million worth of Ethereum, Tron, and Polygon Matic have been drained. It gets frustrating because you got Gensler down here, and can he say that there's a bunch of scams and fraud and just garbage going on in the space? I mean, clearly, you get all these rug pulls. I mean, yeah, I get his points. However, like this, you go to Vegas, you put $1 million on a red or black, you might lose it all. How is that any different? How is this going to change? Are they going to come out with regulations that will have accredited investors allowed to trade more of these cryptos? Is the CFTC going to take over, essentially set up these cryptos as commodities, so we'll be able to trade in the United States 70% of the altcoins? The securities would still have to, the altcoins that are securities just still have to register, which they haven't been, and that's where they get targeted by the SEC. So today, Senator Haggerty brought up the SEC's loss to Grayscale, and this is Gary Gensler, chair of the SEC. And Haggerty asked, so what do you need to see in a spot ETF filing? Gensler said, we're reviewing that decision. There are multiple spot ETP filings beyond Grayscale that we're also reviewing, and I'm looking forward to the staff's recommendation. So the senior analyst for Bloomberg, Eric B., made this statement. He says, looking forward to staff's recommendation, like it's not completely up to him in the end. It seems like he's hedging again when he says, I'm just one of 5 commissioners. So the idea is Gensler's kind of downplaying like his ability to make this decision, right? When he's been probably the main person in the way of these spot ETFs being approved. He's just downplaying his power. In my opinion, I just think they're running out of reasons to say no. At some point, spot Bitcoin ETF, Bitcoin will explode. This is going to be a huge catalyst. When is it going to happen? Right? I mean, they said, hey, you got to be able to track all the Bitcoin. And so a lot of these ETFs, spot ETFs refiled, and they said, hey, Coinbase is going to track them. Grayscale is a little different. But SEC Chair Gary Gensler, and I got video of this, I posted in group, he said crypto is full of fraud, abuse, and misconduct. But what's not full of fraud, abuse, and misconduct at this point, right? I mean, the banking system, they get freaking slammed with huge fines all the time. The bottom line is definitely there needs to be some type of rules that outline ideas that makes crypto better and safer. Tomorrow, this is potentially going to move the stock market, which could move Bitcoin. The core inflation, core CPI is coming out. So if these numbers don't hit market expectations, then you'll see fluctuations in the market. So watch out for that tomorrow. It's 8:30 a.m. Eastern time. That'll come out real early. Bitcoin dominance. Okay, we've been talking about this chart since the end of June, where you got the pullback after a breakout of this range. I mean, you got this bullish breakout. Now it's back testing this support level, resistance, 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 back testing support, and it's starting to break out. The indicators look like it's ready for some upside. If this thing trends higher and Bitcoin drops or moves sideways, it won't be good for altcoins. Gary Gensler confirms that the SEC is using AI for financial surveillance. The chair's comments came in response to a question from Senator Catherine Cortez Masto during the Senate oversight hearing. And Gary Gensler testified that, yeah, we're using AI to monitor the financial sectors for signs of fraud and manipulation. You guys like the content that I provide on a daily basis, subscribe to the channel, like the video, leave a comment in the comment box. Thanks so much. I'll see you guys tomorrow.